Tiger, I'm sorry to kind of go back, but we haven't really spoken with you. What was your reaction to the June 6th framework announcement?
Well, going back to that, I would say that my reaction was surprised. Just like I'm sure a lot of the players were taken back by it, what had happened. And so quickly and without any input or any kind of information about it, and it was just thrown out there. And I was very surprised that the process was what it was, and we were very frustrated what happened, and we took steps going forward to ensure that the player involvement was not going to have, we were not going to be left out of the process like we were. And so part of that process was putting me onto the board and accepting that position.
As part of the board, are you pleased now with the direction of the tour, since you're part of the decision-making process? I'm
pleased at the process and how it's evolved. Also frustrated in some of the slowness and the governance change that we want to have happen. And December 31st is coming up very quickly. And so there's a timetable there that we would like to implement some of these changes that have not taken place. The guys, all the player directors have spent so many hours and have worked tireless hours to make sure that we have the best deal for all the players that are involved and all the entire PGA Tour.
You mentioned that the deadline is coming up. From your perspective, how optimistic do you feel like this agreement could come together before the deadline?
Well, I think all the parties are talking, and we're aggressively working on trying to get a deal done, and we're all trying to make sure that the process is better too as well. And so the implementation of governance is one of the main topics, as long as getting the deal done, but make sure that's done the right way.
Go to you and then Swami.
Tiger, does this deal need to happen in your mind, or does the deal have to happen, or would an alternative, a plan B, a different deal, make sense as well?
We have multiple options, but still, we would like to have a deal done December 31st. I mean, that's what the agreement said, this summer, and all parties understand that. But there are other options out there.
And you touched on governance changes. Could you give a sample of what you think has to change?
Yeah, well, as long as a player has input and we're able to make faster decisions, and the board recognizes that, and I think that is one of the key things that the players, all the player directors have really focused on. And I think that the entire board has been very acceptant of that, and we would just like to make the process faster.